से जुड़ी किसी भी छोटी या बड़ी अपडेट के लिए सब्सक्राइब करें स्पोर्ट्स तक और साथ ही किसी भी नोटिफिकेशन को पाने के लिए बेल आइकन को दबाना ना भूलें।
See, I was going through Nigal that time, so when you are in Nigal, you can't be 100%. So that was that period. So since then and now, I've trained a lot, especially in this 1 month of test series. So I trained a lot. So that is the reason I back to 130, 135, whatever that thing is. So main thing is I'm Nigal free right now. That's a main thing for me.
So was it like in terms of training, was it just like weight training or just getting back to full fitness? Like what kind of?
So that's a mixture of everything: running, weight training, and few other things. Especially bowling a lot in the net. So you want that bowling fitness. It's not just training and the running; it's bowling fitness as well.
So just one more question. Was there like a proper routine in the nets, like you're bowling X number of deliveries?
Yes, it was. It was like in a week I have to train few sessions in the gym, few in the ground, and then twice or thrice in the net. So it kept increasing as we came close to the one day series.
We haven't played much cricket in terms of the last 6 to 8 months, injury in England, then home series again, test matches you were not involved, and again Australia you played the 3 T20s, waited for 6 weeks, and then how much does that impact your rhythm as a bowler, as a fast bowler? Everybody talks about rhythm in terms of pace bowlers. So how does that impact you? How did you work on that?
No, it did impact because match rhythm is totally different when it comes to bowling. So I was trying everything to be in rhythm in nets, but it can't be 100% when you come to the match. But yes, it wasn't great in the last match, but wasn't bad as well. So it could improve as the match will go on. But yeah, I was trying everything to be in rhythm.
So when you're not playing like a 6-week period, what do you do in the nets to say, okay, I have to maintain at least this much? What do you do in the nets? And then when you know that you're playing, how do you go about that? And how, like, obviously you have a 13-match stretch now. And they say that you will play most of them. So how does that make sense?
See, nets I was wasn't preparing to bowl in the one days. I was preparing as I have to play any of the test matches. So I was preparing in that manner only. So there wasn't anything specific that I could do. But yeah, it was just normal bowling and increasing the number of overs. If I was bowling 4 overs, then 6, then 8, then 10 overs. So that was the key thing for me to be niggle free and be in the bowling rhythm.
We just completed a huge historical feat after winning a test series after 71 years. But again, cricket is very cruel. One day series, it's too short. Tomorrow, if you lose, the one day series goes. So how urgently, how the team is preparing for this match?
See, we have been in this situation before as well in India. So yes, we know it's not impossible to win the series, but it won't be easy for us as we are playing away from home. So yes, we are preparing in a manner that we have to win next 2 matches. It's kind of knockout for us that we can't afford to lose this match. So we're not thinking anything different from what we have been thinking for last couple of years or 1 year or so. So I mean, we just want to win the match, and everyone is positive for that.
In the last match, what went wrong according to you?
I think nothing went wrong. See, it's one of the matches where top order didn't click, and it can happen with you when you play so much of cricket. So that was just that's one of the things that our top order didn't click, and it's very rare for us.
This new Bumrah's not here, so this new combination of you, Shami and Khalil bowling, how do you see this combination coming along, especially after the match?
I think it's a good combination. Bumrah is not here because he needed some rest. So yes, I mean Shami, me, Khalil and Siraj, everyone is doing well in the domestic or IPL or the Indian matches. So yes, it's a good combination. Everyone has their own skills. Everyone has their own way of going into the match. So overall, I think it's a good combination.
Any question from the local press? Yeah. Could Vijay Shankar realistically play tomorrow? Is he available?
Who can play?
Vijay Shankar.
I'm not sure. I think he's still not here. So.
He'll be arriving now.
Do you think just philosophically could a player come off a long flight like that and go straight into it for one day?
Can you repeat the question?
Could a player come off a long flight like
So
that?
I mean, this is something which I cannot tell you. It's up to the management. So if they'll feel he can play, he'll play.
And just from a bowling perspective, were you surprised that Glenn Maxwell came in so low from the Australian team?
See, personally, I was thinking that he could come up the order. When Sonis come, I was expecting him to come up. So I mean, it's their call. So we can't say anything on that.
So
we saw you doing something different and getting a pair of shoes and bowling at a block hole. So can you just elaborate what you were trying to? Obviously, you are a master of bowling the opposite attack and something that the team relies heavily on you. So can you just take us through what we were doing differently at the match today?
I was trying to bowl Yorkers, so this is something which I've been doing for some time. So keeping shoe there and bowling Yorkers, keep practicing that thing. So I didn't bowl that thing for almost a month now because in Test we hardly needed that thing and I didn't play a match. So going into the One Day series or T20, you need that thing. So I was practicing that thing.
3 more questions in each. Yes.
Louis, how is your team dealing with the Rayudu bowling situation?
Dealing with what?
With Ambati Rayudu with the bowling with his reported reaction?
So he did report it, so we are not really worried about that thing. We have got other part-time bowlers, we have got other bowlers who can chip in and bowl few overs for that.
Doesn't affect the team from a mental point of view?
No, not at all.
What do you expect Dhoni to bat? What number? Number 4 possible?
It really doesn't matter where I want him to bat. It's what management wants that matters the most. So, but as far as he's concerned, he can bat anywhere from 1 to 10. So and he's been done that thing from past few years. So what's more important that where he's been asking to bat and he's doing that pretty well.
There's a thought that India's batting finishes at 6, especially when Hardik is not there. So what's the message from the team management for you and Jadeja in terms of lower order batting, and what are you trying to do? Are you doing something different in the nets in terms of your batting?
Yes, Jadeja is a proper all-rounder, he can bat. But when it comes to me, then Shami or whoever is there, so they want us to bat with the batsman, so we can take the game as deep as possible. If there are few overs left, if not, then we can go and throw bat around.
But we just went over the test series. Were you fit enough to play any of the tests, or you fit enough? How good were you feeling in the test series?
See, I was fit, but I couldn't say that 100% because test match is was a 5-day match, so I really didn't know if I'll be able to go through that thing. But what was the good thing? Good thing is that we had bowlers who could play that time, and I had time to be fit again 100%. So yes, I wasn't really sure at that time.
Ladies.
ध्रुवी इधर आप नया बॉल भी डालते हो और पुराना भी बॉल डालते हो, नए बॉल का प्रेशर क्या रहता है, स्पिन क्या रहता है, पुरानी बॉल का प्रेशर और स्पिन क्या रहता है, क्योंकि डेथ में भी आपको ही बुलाया जाता है?
दोनों का स्किल पूरा डिफरेंट है. नई बॉल से स्विंग कराने का देखते हैं, विकेट लेने का देखते हैं. पुरानी बॉल से अब ज़्यादातर यॉर्कर या स्लो डालने का देखते हैं कि बट दोनों डिफिकल्ट है क्योंकि नई बॉल से जब होता है तो 2 फील्डर बाहर रहते हैं. पुरानी बॉल से बैट्समैन को फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता कि कितने बाहर रहते हैं कितने नहीं. तो कहीं ना कहीं दोनों में डिफिकल्ट और स्किल्स भी दोनों के डिफरेंट है. तो जैसे अभी उन्होंने पूछा था कि शू पे मैं जो यॉर्कर डालने की कोशिश कर रहा था वही कोशिश कर रहा था कि बाद में जब भी बॉलिंग आए तो यॉर्कर डाल के थोड़ा विकेट ले सकें या रन कम कर सकें.
आप अंडर प्ले करते हो, लेकिन बैटिंग जो आपकी टेस्ट में भी आपने अच्छा खेला है, परसों भी अच्छा खेला, तो ये अंडर प्ले क्यों कर रहे हो जब इतनी अच्छी बैटिंग कर रहे हो?
एक्चुअली अंडर प्ले मैं कुछ नहीं कर रहा हूँ, बट जितने भी मुझे मौका मिलता है उतना कोशिश कर रहा हूँ. बट अगर देखेंगे मेरे पास ऑलराउंडर हैं ऑलरेडी, हार्दिक हैं, जडेजा हैं या अश्विन खेलते हैं तो वो है, तो उनके बाद ही मेरा नंबर आता है. तो जितना मैं कोशिश कर सकता हूँ उतना कर रहा हूँ.
नहीं लगाना है अभी आपको?
जी
टैग नहीं लगाना है आप?
नहीं, टैग लगे ना लगे उससे फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता है. अगर टैग लगेगा तब भी मेरी अप्रोच हुई रहेगी, नहीं लगेगा तब भी अप्रोच हुई रहेगी.
In the last match, the Australian pacers for the first time in the series, they got a bit of a reverse swing. You also went there. What did you see?
Yes, there was a reverse swing. I don't think it's the first time we have seen reverse swing, especially with the white ball. Yes, Sydney there's always a reverse swing. If I'm not wrong, so there's always a bit of reverse swing, especially in Sydney, because wicket is such. But yes, it's not a new thing for us to be.
What about Adelaide? You played here before, so Adelaide.
It's more of a batting wicket. I'm not sure for the reverse swing here. It's gonna be hardly a reverse swing there, but it's a boundaries a bit short. It's gonna be more of a batting wicket.